One of the things that makes us so unique is that we don't copy and paste concepts. When we look to new addresses and new communities in which we want to operate, we look at what's missing there, what that gap is, and we insert what we do best, which is soulful hospitality, into that community. Part of my job is making sure that the ecosystem of the best practices is in place to ensure that even though every concept is different, we operate the same. I'm Tyler Rutherford with Gusto 54 Restaurant Group, and I am our Director of Business Operations and Expansion. In 1996, our CEO and owner, Janet Zuccarini, opened her first restaurant, Trattoria Nervosa, in Yorkville, Toronto. Janet has always set the vision for our company. She has decided she wants to build the most culturally relevant and celebrated collection of innovative culinary experiences in the world. That is a pretty lofty goal, but one that we take very seriously and we build year over year. Before Push, one of the things that we heard often was about the ecosystem of communication. You're getting one thing via email, another thing via text, another thing in our town hall meetings. Ultimately, moving to Push has helped us keep that consistent. Our team is saying they can find their pay stub easily, they can communicate and swap shifts with each other, and track their vacation time. One of my favorite features has to be the messaging tool. Team members can message each other in groups or one-on-one settings. It takes a lot of the extra work from phone calls that cover shifts and conversations about events coming up and other programming out of the way. Integrating Push into our POS system has made it incredibly easy for sales and labor forecasting. Now we can look at historical data and make tweaks directly in the schedule rather than putting out a post-it somewhere on the clipboard. Proficiency and consistency are keys to our growth pattern. For me, one of my jobs is to create an environment where people can show up to work and be happy and focused and engaged in what they do best. Before Push, we had manual tracking sheets and clipboards everywhere. Now our managers can spend more time on the floor, our servers can spend more time at tables engaging with guests, and our line cooks can spend more time doing what they do best, cook and enjoy food. Gusto 54 has been lucky enough to be named one of Deloitte's best managed companies for Canada. A lot of people think that's because of our growth and our profits, and while some of that might be true, it really comes down to our people operations. Push allows us to focus on our people. It allows us to be creative and allows us to be free in a way that we can focus on our training and retention with our team, creating the best culture possible. Push has made it easier to onboard people both through the applicant tracking process and the digital onboarding process. Being able to do digital onboarding, put signed policy acknowledgement forms directly in there, course correction, even milestones. Being able to give us notifications for when somebody's anniversary is coming up, somebody's birthday is coming up. It allows us to focus on our culture of celebrating each other. Because so much of our people operations lives within the four walls of each individual business, it would be hard to imagine us not with Push. The amount of time it saves, our general managers can be on the floor, our chefs understand exactly what numbers they're looking at for the day. It's been a lifesaver. Whether it's ensuring our current business is as stable as possible or the expansion continues, Push always seems to be the reliable source to tell us what is compliant and keep us there. We are excited to continue our growth outside of Toronto and Los Angeles, and I have no doubt that Push will be part of that.